Hello everyone, this is Heroes Trivia. Welcome back to another episode of our Egypt Old Kingdom Let's Play as we continue for episode 3. Now we're coming back on turn 120 because the autosave system with the game has some issues, which is why we didn't play on the predestination variant. And we don't have manual save, but our autosave, which I picked for every turn, doesn't actually save every turn, which is kind of weird, as we are now back before we built the palace and the temple. So there's a couple things that's going to be on hold. We will still build these. I'm going to build the temple first. It's a little quicker. And it looks like we have discovered whatever was in that abandoned settlement, 24 army. The choices are still the same. And then we're going to send him down to collect more production for us, because that's what we need. There's another abandoned settlement that we can explore. There's some luxury, which we also kind of need. We'll take a look at what we can get. Back at home, let's see. Just taking stock of where we are. We are almost with the antelope here. We're dealing with the lion. We're just basically getting some resources here. We don't have a lot of great places to work. Pastures being worked, cemeteries being worked. We know we're going to end up building the tombs here. That's where we officially stopped yesterday's episode. So we could do a few things here where we get rid of the animal, even though keeping it would be better. I just doubt we have enough time to get that done because it's 20 turns out in terms of getting that 40% to 100%. We could delay it. As long as we don't finish the project, we actually don't trigger the next trial. We could try that. Anyhow, I think that's good enough. I know everything's negative, but it will improve, especially after this gets done. Let's see what tech we have. It's probably pig breeding. Nope, we get that one. Which one didn't we get? Master bus. Important part. We get one more turn of one more duration for all the blessing that we do with the worship. I can wait that one out. That's not that important for us right now. We don't have 10 food, but we can just cancel this for now, and then we'll have 10 food in 2 turns. Now we have some real choices down here. The temple is done. The palace still needs to be tackled. No rush, like I said. Let's get the army growing again. The retirement was capping us about 700. We also know we're going to discover 2 factions here in the Sinai Mountains, and we'll get the copper from them. All of that's going to be triggered. We should wait a little bit. We discovered medicine. We read this one last time, so we're not going to go over it again. We're going to wait on that food. Royal Festival. The 30th anniversary of the king's reign. The king has affirmed his strength by outrunning a young bull. So we can use production here to train the king to increase his chance of succeeding in this race. We can also use food to help him out, or else, you know, we could die. It's actually a small loss. I actually don't know if I want to pay up to help the king out. We'll gamble, because I want to pay the food here. And then we have to build the field. And that's going to get us a lot of food. And this is going. We're going to leave our king to a 40% chance of death. 60% chance of death. 40% chance of success. Not a good ratio. The king calls on other reasons to assist the capital. Good. Just 40% is all we needed. The king magnificently celebrated his 30 years on the throne. He has proved he is still full of strength by outrunning a young bull. All of Egypt joyfully celebrated, feasting and reveling for several days. It's a sure sign the king is favored by the gods. I don't know if that's the best way to test if we're favored by the gods, but that is the way things are. We're gonna try to fix this as well. Yeah, we're gonna take things slow. So we're not gonna rush that build up. We're gonna get this done. And we also can save up some production to use for the time when we start building the actual tombs. We can max out the cults. Actually, let's upgrade the fields next turn. Construction cost of tomb and palaces for the next 30 turns. Ooh. Now, does it count for special palace? Yes, it does. Okay, and then we have tomb building afterwards. I'm still gonna wait a little bit, actually. There's just so many things we need to set up before we can trigger the next trial. We can wait till there's 4 turns left and we can just get the bonus for the palace there. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. Alright, looking ahead, anything better than this? We have a few workshop, this could work. Yeah, let's get the pottery wheel first. We're getting definitely a lot of help. 480, that's next turn. At first, Egyptians shaped ceramic with their hands or with pre-made molds. Gradually, round stands for modeling pots came to use, then such stands became revolvable. Thus, the pottery wheel was created. This improvement greatly increased the quality of ceramic and the rate of production thereof. Important Bronze Age settlement, Knossos, Festos, Pylos, Akrotiri, and Troy have been found on the islands and the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. Akrotiri will become one of the most important trade centers of the Minoan civilization, while Troy will be a most important Asian minor port and a legendary citadel city made famous by the Iliad. Alright, 2 more turns for that one. We can activate the palace next turn. Good growth for us as well. Things are looking good. I think we can get away with a lot of stuff. Perfect. And then we'll also build a field here. And then we'll start activating the palace buildup. So we don't waste this bonus. Actually thinking of converting this maybe to a barrack. We don't need this much population cap. And we can increase it a little bit more by using that in the future. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I wonder if we get a discount on this build-up. No, it's only palace, temples, and tombs. We're what? 240 points away. 3 turns. State cult. Let's get this first. So now we have all the cults. Hather, just a passive food increase. Raw, which increases all positive event effect by 50% more. Thoth, 1% growth to our culture, and then 4% to anything else. So races we can use to kind of set up all the other ones. Quite pricey though. I don't think we have anywhere that's great to work on. That's been our main issue. So I don't think we'll get another character. Unless, hold on. To consolidate King's power, a mighty state cult was created. This cult was based on the idea of monarcho divine authority. The king becomes the chief mediator between men and gods. Kings authorized construction of temples and led all major ceremonies. All work and sacrifice were made in the name of the king. I was thinking maybe we can get one more and have them come down to do the abandoned settlement first, and then eventually maybe some luxury. Not a bad idea, actually. Alright, we have a 3.3, a 6.4, 3.9. That one's the bad one. Have to figure out what to do there. Or somewhere that's improved. Are we close? 3 turns here. 2 turns for this. And then we gotta... Yeah, we tame them and then we start building tombs. It stays. That's exactly what we want, actually. So that's good. And we're getting more shipment back, which is increasing the spoilage. That's basically the main problem. I'm not going to create another worker. Alrighty, and we get our pick for why the white wall name, and I prefer the favor over the growth of culture here. And we have finished moving our capital, and now we get the tomb event. We have 30 turns instead of 40. So I guess delaying it by... We delayed it by about 20 turns. 125, 6... maybe we still need to finish about the same amount of turn. But now the project is going to be pressing. We completed the limestone quest from Memphis. And we want to conquer the Copper Mountains of Sinai. Okay. We're 1 turn away here, so we'll delay a turn on this side. We'll let him finish, and then we'll send him here to conquer the donkey people, which we checked last time as someone that we can defeat with our military. I could also recruit a new one, but I don't think that's what we will do. With our food in excess, I'm going to send him to finish up these. That we get a lot of favor from that one spot. The myth of Horus and Seth. Once upon a time, Horus and Seth had a dispute about their inheritance from Geb, the throne of Egypt, and when other gods settled the dispute in favor of Horus, Seth became openly hostile to him. Later, after defeating Seth, Horus became the ruler of all Egypt, so each new king, as a personification of Horus on Earth, receives Egypt as inheritance. The divine monarchy. Alright, that's really what we wanted. We got some culture there. 530. That's not enough, because we're saving up for glass. Alright, so we're going to construct the Tomb of Aha, one of the Horuses of the First Dynasty. And the default build is the upgraded white limestone. It's going to cost more turn and cost more construction, but give us 3 more points of culture per turn. And the cult power up will be 4%. I'm gonna downgrade this just because we have 30 turns for 8 buildings, so we're gonna go cheap. Losing 3 culture I don't think is a big deal. And we'll start building it now. You can see it's gonna string our production and luxuries for sure. What can we get as the new one? State festivals. Another upgrade of tombs. I don't really want to tempt myself with that option. It's not as good as limestone. Only 30. Still costs the same. 15. We might do this. Luxury is going to be strained. And then we just create a new population to go do the conquest for us. We're going to raid them first. Get luxury and production. And then we'll subjugate... Well, I guess it's straight up annex. Okay, raid first. Alright, we're doing well. We have to pray again. Society grows in power. The Jackal people in the Bitter Lakes region are becoming more numerous. This leads to an increase in their influence and authority of their gods. This group here... We'll deal with them later. We're gonna get glass. We need luxuries wherever we can find. I mean, this might be what we actually want. We just wait one more turn. We grab this, 2 plus 2. We have 3 workshop, maybe 2. So this is only about 1.2. Alright, everyone doing well. Tomb is going well. I'm gonna restrain on increasing population here. After the fight, we can enslave, so we're gonna get a population for free that way. Alright, that should do it for now. That first tomb is gonna get finished. Oh, we need to pray to Seth. And that's about it. Our first tomb. First of many, many, many tombs. The Tomb of Aha, Memphis, 2932 BC. It's a giant structure. I wonder if they drew the cow in because we have the cows here. Alright, tombs of the first and second dynasties, which is what we're building now. Kings of the first dynasty were ruler of both Upper and Lower Egypt. To retain a full extent of power after death, they needed royal tombs in both lands, so now it's time to decide. Where would the king be buried? One of the necropolises will have a true tomb, while the other will have an empty one. So Sakor will basically be buried in Lower Egypt next to Memphis, and will have +1 growth. Abdus, which is the old Upper Egypt necropolis, requiring fewer of our workers, and we get +2 population because they will be working on it. So we get 2 limit increase. Ooh, tempting. I think we actually... I prefer more favor because of all the favor increases. But this is actually quite good. We can have less house, which we don't have a lot of. So let's bury ourselves back in Upper Egypt. The kings of the first dynasty wanted their grave to be near the graves of their ancestors, buried there since the pre-dynastic Egypt. Such major concentration of ancestral graves and patronage of local god Anubis made this place sacred and prominent. Let Sakor have Cenotelf? I guess it's the fake tombs. Alright, so we're immediately working on the second one, which we can take a look at the customization again. Okay, so we're defaulting to the cheap one. Again, same ratio. The Tomb of Dejor, another one of the Horuses during the First Dynasty. Yeah, we're going to go cheap across the board, get this thing done. There are ways to speed things up. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that cost, though. That is a hefty cost. And if we can just get it done normally, that would just suit us much better. King Aha built one of his tombs on a precipice of a rocky plateau in Sakor. He chose that place for a reason. From such height, the king had a bird's eye view of his domain, eternally watching over it and helping Egyptians in need. An opulent funerary estate was situated nearby, as well as a solar bakur for otherworldly voyages. Yes, we should do fine there. We could do a little bit of a cult prayer to help us out, but so far we've been We've been doing really well in the battles, and I don't think we need additional help. Oh, minus 70%. Oh, well, yeah, from our total. It's already decreased. We're gonna gamble here. Still neutral event. And positive here. They're gonna get dumped quickly. They never got anything positive, and we'll enslave. And then we'll move immediately towards subjugating, as they're weakened already. And with our enslaved population, let's see, maybe there's something we can do down here. He's doing the luxuries already. Spend resource to help them build is not something we can do while tomb building. These ratios are really good. 3.7 food, 2. Yeah, let's go work there. This looks like a specialty for food. A tribe of farmers. Eight turns of -6. I think we can't do that while we're building tombs, but it's a nice place in the future to do that. We can get one more population post-battle, so we don't need to spend on post-battle anymore. And we're good. Another tomb down. Locked one event. On to the next tomb. What are we building now? The Tomb of the Jet. And we're gonna keep the low tier, no casing instead of white limestone. $650. Kind of want papyrus paper before we go get glass. So we shall wait one more turn. Are we close here? 2 more turns? Okay. I could get glass first, but this will let us get back there faster with 18 points of culture per turn. The papyrus paper. Papyrus is a primitive paper made from the cypress papyrus reed. The inner pith of the papyrus reed was cut into narrow strips, then laid out in layers of strips at the right angle before being hammered, dried under the pressure and polish. Unlike common paper, papyrus hardly ever rots, and in a dry climate can last for millennia. I mean, you use what you had. That's basically how society works. 3 more turns. Easy crush. Fighting them would be difficult, but we'll worry about that when that time comes. We have a new trial requiring fighting? Or maybe not fighting. I mean, there's army, there's favor, food, and production. Food is good. Production, we don't want to really spend. Like, we're just not ready for it, in my opinion. Oh well. We're just really into tomb building. We'll finish in time if we just go 3 turns per tomb. Anyways. Oh, doesn't want to be neighbors. Alright, let's feed them. Same thing. We're gonna go cheap. Alright, want to defend now. And then finish them. I mean, this worker is producing a ton here. Now we can bring back the copper because we subjugated them. Can we beat them? No, not quite. I guess we can use this guy to provide a little food for ourselves. This is going to be a good spot if we can get the hyena to like us. Maybe we want something more immediate. Oh, work on these land. These produce way more than what we have. 2.8, 2.8, 2.4. 3 production. Go here. We just need to bring back from one of them, right? We need both? Guess we'll find out soon. Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. So in times like this, we might ask for the one extra turn of blessing first. We can increase our favor. I don't need that. Only want state festivals to unlock that. I think we can still go glass afterwards. I want to do Hepti. Yeah, let's do Hepti here. So that we can keep food positive in this arid period. And we get 6 turns of that. Mastibus, where brick structures erected above burials built over a shaft leading to a burial chamber. Mastibus also contained a spot for statue of the seas. It was believed that Kai of the departed would dwell in his image and accept the offering. Ah, we slotted the 4th tomb right in between. Perfect. We're halfway there, 17 turns out of 13. And the drought intensifies. We're having some serious food problems. Tomb of Den. Yeah, the construction's ongoing. I mean, I don't have a great way to fix this. I mean, I can have him stop doing this. That's one thing. That lessens it by a little bit. I can have people not work at the houses and instead work on somewhere that produces more food. That might be the only other thing I can think of. I wonder how much this would help, actually. Quite a lot. We have to get the other 10% too, then? We're increasing these, right? That's what I'm thinking. Statewide cattle count. To improve tax collection, king introduced regular cattle counts. These counts were biannual. The king sailed with his retinues along the river, inspecting and taxing subject territories. Such enterprise facilitated the unification of Egypt under the power of one ruler. Yeah, that should work for us. As long as we can slow down the food until the arid situation ends. But the drought has not abated. People started to question the benevolence of the Great Horus. Officials fruitlessly tried to assist the king, while unrest rises among all social groups. Have the king lost their immense power, Are they really gods? Right, if we're gods, why are there drought? That's the common question here. We, together with Horus and the other gods, are searching for a solution to the crisis. Theth is raging, and we have to quickly find a way to restore the natural order, or at least to calm the people down and to restore the royal authorities to 75%. So that's our goal. If we don't get this back to 75%, negative event chance at return is 20%. The drought loss continues. We have 15 turns to fix this. And we can kind of take a look at the meaning behind this. Royal authority started to diminish during the middle of the First Dynasty. Royal tombs became smaller and more modest, exactly what we've been doing. And the archaeological evidence for great disasters is abundant today. The ancient Egyptian mind looked for a supernatural answer. Kings, as the ones responsible for the entire universe, had to be creative to solve the crisis of their time. And we can solve it through reform. So 5 point of favor for royal. We can definitely afford that. Sacrifice. We don't want to use these two, so reform is the way to go. We can cheapen the cost with 5. Actually, luxury right now is very, very important to us. So I'm going to use this the entire way. And we can easily... Oh, it's building up quite a bit. And the amount we get back is lessened. I can still afford it. Like, efficiency is one thing. Drop it down to about 500 right here. And then we throw... I don't even want to throw in any of these. Let's just throw in 31 here. Gold victory. 90 points of favor return. We're still at a healthy amount. The kings failed to stop the drought, yet they remain powerful and wield great authority. People realize that in order to defeat Seth, they just have to work harder and help Horus. In spite of the many adversities, the First Dynasty managed to stay in power. Royal authority was only completely restored by the end of the Second Dynasty. As the drought retreated, kings started to build colossal constructions once more. Alright, so we finished that trial pretty easily, without too much problem. The drought ended, which is really, really important for us. The arid period still goes, but the drought is gone for now. The turn counter is always the same as the First Dynasty, isn't it? That might be why we had 30 this time and 40 last time. Anyways, we can bring that back and see if we need to conquer them eventually or not. And we're gonna get a little bit cocky here. Adjib, same thing. It's tough times for us. I think we'll have enough to finish everything. This is going to be our 6th tomb, so 3 more. 9 turns, 9 times 7. Might have a small problem with luxuries, but we can always do a one-time boost. And that should get us through. And there's always the chance we get a shipment from those 10-turn events on the map. We could do glass. We could also do the nom system, which, yep, as people have commented, it's a Greek word for districts. I'm gonna get this first. 9 turns. Now we're fine. We're just naturally gonna be okay. Natural glass was extremely valuable, and Egyptians mastered artificial glass production techniques. White sand was mixed with cinder and metal oxides and was heated in special kilns. Such glass at first was not transparent. Glass was made into beads, amulet, and various figurines, and later into vessels. Ooh, we ended our Hepti blessing. Let's return it, or else we might have a serious issue. Yeah, we'll have a decent shipment of luxuries and production back. And that will be fine for us. Squeeze the tomb in on this side. We can probably get 2 more tombs here, and that probably ends it for us. Tomb of Semerket. Same thing. We're gonna go easy across the board. treat our kings the same. I'm tempted to start this project. 8 turns. I'm gonna do it. We have enough. There's only 6 turns left that we have to do this at this rate. This is important, but I think I'm going to get the tax increase first. We can get it next turn. We got the copper. The first expedition had returned from Sinai, bringing a lot of copper. Praise the gods. We'll use it all at once. We'll use it at once to build the tombs. We got 50 additional production. So this all worked out really nicely. The conquest of Lower Nubia. Southern Nubians are threatening to unleash disorder in Egypt. Horus wished to pacify Nubians and gain access to their riches, gold, slave, and other goods. Early Egyptian mostly only raided Nubia, but starting with the 5th dynasty, royal armies started to entrench themselves in foreign territory. Fortresses were built as well as settlements and quarries. The region became much more peaceful thanks to this, and southern Egypt now lives in order. So let's show us. Do we have visual of Nubians? Do we have to go explore it? I think we do. Alright, we have to go explore. So they're gonna stay. This is a great shipment. 60. It's better than limestone. The only one we're not really doing is the pottery here, the olive oil, which is only 30. It's not very good. Guess we create a worker despite the food shortage. Let's see what taxation give us. Or the nom system, but the taxation here. To uphold order and government efficiency, Egypt was divided into administrative units called noms. In every nom, there was an economic, cultural, and religious center with nomarchy controlling these territories, yet their power was limited. Position in the capital were considered more prestigious than anywhere else. It helped a little bit. We're gonna get started with the exploring. It'll take a while. And we'll be down to our final tomb very soon. It'll go right here. Conflict. Oh, the jackal people. They accuse our people of eating their totem animal. We can try to settle this dispute. Okay, I mean, if we fail, it's a relationship issue. So we can use gifts to improve our agreement chance. If we fail, relations deteriorate. We'll take a look at this first. Yeah, same thing, no change. Last tomb, get it done. Nice. I can move nobody. I can move him. Oh no, I can't move him. He's been the turn in. Let me move you first. No. Come back to me. I want to know how strong they are. They are weak. Alright, we're not spending anything on this conflict. We're going to go in. If it doesn't work out, we'll wait 3 turns and then go negotiate with them. And then we'll just attack them afterwards. The king, as the personification of Horus, had to demonstrate his power to all the god and people, so there were special festivals, Hebsed, and the running of the Apis bowl. During these festivals, the king appeared as warrior, showing his prowess by running and defeating enemies. Man, we have to put on a show for our people. That's a tough life here. Alright, let's go back to farming. Yeah, we got the hippo as well. The bee people. Oh, they're coming to us. Here. So because they're coming to us, we can use our full power, or I think 75% our power, and they can only use a fraction of theirs. So if they come and they fail, which they will, then we can counterattack them. That's actually a good news situation for us. Do we work on this fish? It's 30 turns. But this is getting better and better. It's only really for 0.4 more favor. We're not going to do it now. Yeah, it's better to keep our food in a respectable level. And after that fight, we can get a free population. So that's a score. I'm going to go negotiate. It failed. No big deal. I mean, because we can beat them. That's why it's no big deal. $1,200. That's a long wait. Oh, tomb construction cost discount. There will be more tombs, I'm sure. Alright, we'll take State Festival. The first festivals that appeared were complex statewide rituals where people worship the gods by praising and reenacting their deed. Some of the most important were the New Year, Inundation and Renewal, Festival of Sokar, Worship of Ancestors, and the Unification of Two Lands, Strengthening of the Royal Power. These festivals cemented the authenticity and unity of Egyptian culture. It's too late to customize. I want to see the option that we would have gained, but I guess it's fine. Settlements on the Mediterranean coast are flourishing at this time, influenced by Egyptian culture. Over time, they become cities. Bablos, Tyre, Ibla, Urgrit. I think that's Hittite in the future. Sidon. Many of them later became city-states, just like the cities of Mesopotamia. Solid development lands. Okay, so we didn't go explore north. I mean, we haven't really had a lot of population to do much outside of our starting area, but that's fine. Probably gonna have to fight them after this. We finished our tomb building. Our trial is complete. Alright, we have completed a grand task in time. The gods are pleased and grant their benevolence to Egypt. 80 points of favor. Is this Nubia? Are we... Oh, Land of Wawat. I can't... We found them. Yeah, we found them. I don't think we can go fight them right now, though. I can still build something here. Obviously, this is, like, favor heavy. And a tomb probably makes more sense than a pasture at this point. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, let's get a pasture. Just mix it up. We have enough culture and everything else. That way we get more food from this one tile. Be more generalist than a specialist. Like, what's another 1 point and 1.2? It's not percentage gains. And there's the upkeep cost. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get that done. We do need food. We're gonna have to keep praying to Hepti here. Alright, let's fight the battle. And then hopefully the area period can end. That's what's really causing issues. Yep, that's gonna turn us positive. Still have one more charge. Warship cost minus 10 is good, but I don't think we need that right away. Might wait for the 1,200. Alright, let's win the war here. Easy kill. We're going to be a little aggressive here. And then we can't enslave because I guess we weren't the one attacking. Are they weak now? They are. This is our chance to catch them for good. We'll still come to them. We can't do 2 attacks. It's just not allowed. They finished building. That's a lot of food. I know we can't move them, but like we can't do another fight just to showcase that. And that means we can't fight them either. Doesn't look like there's a time limit, so it should be fine. We'll take care of our neighbors first and then go down. But let's end turn, see if we can get an autosave. The game is really weird. Maybe we work to an even number. Like turn 170. As a result of Egyptian raids, I haven't raided them yet, but this is a historical setting. Many native Nubians have left their settlements, returned to a nomadic lifestyle. In Lower Nubia, the Nile Valley is now depopulated. So they're getting weaker and weaker, which is great. I don't like any of these that much. This is nice, but we only have 1 palace. It's not urgent. We're not trading with anyone. There's all required tech here, so we get this. Creation of literature. 2 turns, I think. Perfect 170 turn. Ah, we got a burst here. Second dynasty comes to power. This dynasty reigned during hard times. For the misfortunes it endured, its descendant will hate its kings and erase their names. And you can see it's kind of missing. You don't see their hieroglyphs. Ooh. The second dynasty tombs. 5 tombs, 35 turns. Ah, these never end. Okay. There is not even a positive bonus for the second dynasty. The kings of this dynasty lived for a united Egypt, yet the gods forsook them, and so their luck ran out. Kings whose name were preserved in the memory of descendants. Hetepsek Hermi, Reneb, Nidja, Sened, and Kasik Hemoat. I'm not going to pronounce those ever again, but these are the 5 tombs we're going to be building. And we're getting a favor penalty every turn for 35 turns. And we're going to have to build these tombs, which means we have to move somebody. And right now, I can't move anyone that's like producing food. But that seems to be the one. I guess we can move someone from a house. A regular house. We should have a couple of those. Oh, they are actually the most regular house. But if I move them, it's fine. The total is not going to change, so they don't need to actually work there. Unless we want to get the increase. Let's just take a look at the tombs. Five-turn build or 6-turn build. 35 turns, even 5-turn builds. Okay, I can downgrade them to 3-turn. I mean, like, the reason why you would go higher is because you get more culture yield, but not more favor yield. And that, I mean, you get more favor yield by doing the bigger tombs here. I don't think culture yield's that important. I think the favor yield is important. Yeah, we're gonna go cheap. Man, our luxuries are gonna be super strained. And we don't really have anything that can boost luxuries at this point. It's going to be a lot of wars, I think, because we're going to get luxuries by raiding. 5 points? It's small, but still something. Alright, what we're going to do... We're gonna start spending our favor. Alright, we're gonna go to turn 170, and then that will be our end here. Looks like we got autosave. Yeah, it's every 5 turns perhaps, even though I set it to every 1 turn. Regardless, these expeditions will keep us afloat in the meantime, and we need to pray to Hepti again. We'll come back from here and just build out our 5 tombs for the Second Dynasty. Hopefully by that time, like by the end of the Second Dynasty, Egypt returned to a more prosperous time. So I'm guessing by that time we will have no more arid period and return to a wet growth period. And we hopefully will have conquered the bee people, the jackal, and then we'll also go take care of the Nubians down south and gain control of the domains around here. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and see you all next time. Bye!